I'm Chris Sleight, the editor of International Construction magazine, and welcome to this video which goes with our annual study of the world's 200 largest construction companies. This is published in the July-August issue of the magazine, and as we've seen in previous years, this year Chinese contractors dominated the top of the table. We've also done some analysis on the top 200, and we've seen that while the global market is flat, there's been some good movement up the table for several US and UK contractors. But first, let's have a quick look at the top 10. As you can see here, the top 4 places are held by Chinese contractors, and if you add them up, their total revenues are an incredible $374 billion US, so 4 top companies make up 23% of the total revenues of the top 200. Elsewhere in the top 10 you can see there are several European contractors, although it should be noted that Hochtief is majority owned by ACS, and Bechtel is the sole US contractor. If you look at places 11 to 20 in this year's top 200, you can see companies from other parts of the world start to get a look in. There are large Japanese house building groups, and the country's biggest general contractor is Obayashi at number 20. You can also see from this table that the biggest South Korean contractor is Doosan Heavy Industries and Construction. One of the things that illustrates is that the really big construction companies tend to be from developed countries. To find major contractors from emerging markets, you have to look further down the table. For example, in this year's top 200, Larsen & Toubro, the biggest contractor in India, was ranked number 42. Turkey's largest was Enka at number 64. Odebrecht, the big Brazilian contractor, was number 67. The biggest contractor in the Middle East, CCC, came in at position 68. Aveng of South Africa was in position 72. Mostotrest of Russia was at 94, and the biggest contractor in Mexico was ICA, ranked 124th in the global top 200. Now, we also track industry performance with this study by monitoring revenues, profitability and other metrics for the top 100 and top 200 contractors. This graph shows the performance of the top 100 contractors over the last 10 years. And you can see that last year revenues grew, but only by about 0.3%, and the operating margin slipped down a little bit. And we've seen in the past that this type of movement is indicative of a flat to downish global construction market. Another thing you can look at where the revenues are allocated based on the home country of the contractors. And as has been the case for several years, China claimed the biggest slice. That slice grew, and as you can see from this pie chart, it's almost 30% of the top 200 now. That was at the expense of most of the other major countries, so there's much more to learn from the full report, which is published in the July-August edition of International Construction. We of course look at the companies which have risen and fallen on the league table this year, and there's more analysis of metrics like revenue, profitability and employment. You can get a free copy of the July-August edition by registering at www.khl.com, and there you can download a digital issue, and you can also apply for a free subscription from the online forms there. In addition to this, we have a 5-year compendium of the International Construction Top 200, which is available to buy from our information store website, and that covers the studies published from 2011 to 2015. That's all from me. Thank you very much for watching.